This is Junkyard Revival. The difference in that to that is unreal. You're going to find out as we do, because this is a bad case, but that's the point of Junkyard Revival. This is Junkyard Revival.
That's his house.
It is.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I was trying to find something like this that's a little newer, like this, to do like a rinseless wash on.
Okay.
But that one's awfully jacked up. They got the tires off all these things. As we were cutting the promo for this Junkyard Revival, we happened to stumble upon this HHR, which is kind of the part of the lead intro to our series. But man, the leather seats are destroyed. This window's been open, it looks like, for a long time. We'll get in here, barring we don't get by many snakes. But I'll kind of open it here. It's a little bit on an angle. It's mold, mildewed, absolutely destroyed. So I'm going to go at it here for a minute and we'll just see what it does. I'm not sure how bad that leather seat is. It may be beyond repair. I'm going to tape it off here and go at it with vinyl and leather cleaner. Very, very good leather cleaner, super strong. Let's take a whirl at it. Okay, so I got it taped off. Typically on regular leather, I always like these curveball brushes, super soft, good cleaning ability. With something like this, we would use a more aggressive leather brush. Probably wouldn't typically use this. Oh, these are a little softer than a regular tire brush from Detail Factory. I'm going to use it on this one. We have leather brushes that work great, but I'm going to use this one because this is going to take some scrubbing, and hopefully the vinyl leather cleaner does most of the work. We're going to let that soak in for just a little bit. That seat is as hard as a rock. It is sun-dried, to say the least. So these seats were really, really bad, but you can still see that vinyl leather cleaner cleaned it up tremendously. Obviously, this is a car that's windows been down for years and years, but man, it got all that dirt. Totally different seat. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to replace leather, but man, it cleaned it up nice. While we were cutting the promo for this, the little intro, we were in a couple different vehicles, and we came across this Cadillac that the interior, we didn't use it in the intro, but the interior was absolutely destroyed because the window has been left down, obviously, and it's a light colored interior. But you can see in this part of it, like, man, it's just molded. But we're going to focus kind of on this. I'm going to give a little side by side and just see what vinyl and leather cleaner, which is one of our strongest interior products, we're going to see what it does here to clean some of this stuff up. You're going to find out as we do, because this is a bad case, obviously, but that's the point of Junkyard Revival. We're not looking for the easy stuff. We're looking to get a little dirty. We're looking for pay raises, and the way to get raises is to do the hard stuff. This one right here, we're going to have our work cut out for us. We would typically use probably a curveball brush or a nice interior brush. We're going to get a little more aggressive with this. As a Detail Factory, this is usually used for wheels and tires, but it's not as coarse as some of the wheel brushes. We're going to use this on this to kind of get with it, and a good old microfiber towel. So let me get this thing taped off and we'll give you side by side. This is a tough looking area, but here goes nothing. Let that sit 4 or 5 minutes. Maybe not that long, just let it eat in some of that grime. We got to break it up. Been sitting here baking in the sun for years. So, and also if anybody needs any M&Ms or Snickers, we got some maybe left over in there, maybe a little melted, but, and if you want a couple of draws, there's probably a couple of draws left on that cigarette butt. Yeah, and there's some feathers. Looks like there's been a bird living in here. There's been a bird maybe lived in here nesting. Look at all the feathers all over the dash. He still may be in here,
Oh
so
my-
we're going to we'll knock this thing out pretty fast here. Here we go. So, man, it is a night and day difference. This part here looks fabulous. Some of this is wore out, like I actually wore through the vinyl here. But man, from a difference in this, let me go ahead and pull this tape for you. I mean, the difference in that to that is unreal, and been sitting here for so long. So on a regular car, your everyday driver, vinyl and leather is going to be tough enough. If it's tough enough for junkyard revivals, it's tough enough for you. So vinyl and leather, bring it back to life.